I think I've got crochet design burnout, which isn't the same as crochet burnout, but I think I've also just got life burnout. Today I'm going to talk to you about what's been going on with me in the world of crochet and tangentially my life, but I'm also going to talk to you about how I'm going to get back my motivation and keep making beautiful patterns for you. And then I will share my really exciting news that happened today that I should be able to be more excited about, but I'm afraid my face doesn't lie. It's a real problem. It doesn't. It shows my emotions, and my emotion right now is burnt out. I didn't swear, but I wanted to. Burnout is something that can impact anybody, but it comes up quite a lot in creative arts. And whilst, yes, you know, there's a whole argument for whether crochet is a craft or an art, it definitely comes under that banner, doesn't it? Fiberwork, textile arts. I think when you throw so much of yourself into your hobby that it's really, really easy for the drive and enthusiasm to build and build and build and build and then become too much and then shut down. And I do feel like that today. I've had all these ideas and things that I've done and created, and especially in the last few months, I'm so focused and so driven, and I have thrown so much of myself into not just my patterns but coming up with new ideas and being expressive and experimental, that I've reached this point where suddenly my brain's gone, no, just no, stop. And I don't want to listen to it, but actually I don't think I have a choice. To put some perspective on this, these are the patterns that I've designed since the 1st of January 2024, and it's now the 31st of May. A guinea pig, a llama, a pine marten, a cushion, a seahorse, some tulips, some daffodils, sunflowers, a wallaby with a joey, a Pekingese, a yarn basket, a polar bear, a red squirrel, a top, a squid, a pufferfish, a granny square bag, a rabbit, a crocodile, a different bag, a day gecko, a piglet, a monkey, a tiny dragon, a horse, a donkey, a zebra, and then a whole bunch of keychains, the patterns of which some are on the website, but including an axolotl, a pig, a mouse, a lion, a seal, a kitten, a frog, a flower, a bunny, and I just made a unicorn. I love crocheting and I love designing, but I do get raised eyebrows occasionally from people when I tell them that I do not find crochet relaxing. But that's not strictly true. Corner to corner crocheting or making granny squares is relaxing to me, but the crocheting that I do in this fixated way, where I design the patterns and need to be constantly taking notes and photographs and remembering sort of tips and information about things that I did, that is not relaxing. That's quite stressful. And then we get to burnout. So here's what I'm doing to get myself back in the zone, and none of these things are crochet design. I have always had periods of my life when I've been super into fitness, and the last few weeks I've been getting back into lifting weights again, and I love it so much, and that helps me to focus and stay on track. Unfortunately, I've got some rubbish respiratory stuff that means that my true love in the exercise world, running, is not practical at the moment, but weightlifting, it ticks my boxes. That's really helping to get my brain into a better space. I don't know if you know this, you probably don't. You're new here, right? Reptiles is my other big passion. This may look like a craft room in videos, it's a reptile room. I would say it's 70% reptile room, 30% craft room. And I've just got this big, new, beautiful tank. And oh my goodness, I'm going to show it to you. It's over there. You can see my light and the box of stuff that came with the tank. I'm going to kit that out, and I don't know how familiar you are with that scene, but I'm going to make it bioactive, which basically means that I will grow beautiful things and have a tiny ecosystem in there, along with the gecko who's moving into the bigger house. So that's like creativity, but practical. I've also been doing loads of gardening, doing loads of stuff in the garden. I can actually feel myself unwinding while I talk about this. It's also just been half term, so I've taken a couple of days off work and just done stuff with my kids all day. I didn't even let them watch TV. I turned off all screens and devices, including my own, and we just did activities. And it was so good. So I've got big plans over the summer for more being a mean mummy who takes away the technology, but then really focusing on doing stuff with the two of them, which is just, I think is really good for all of us. So I'm really excited about that. I'm also teaching my daughter to crochet, along with my friend Sarah and her daughter Frankie as well. So that's really lovely. I've also got lots of mammal animals in the backyard who I'm going to upgrade their enclosures and make them even more fantastical. So essentially I'm looking for the other good things in my life and throwing bits of my focus at them. I have not for more than a decade been any good at just relaxing without doing anything. What I want to say to you is that I'm also going to read some books, because I was so passionate about reading for years, but I can't do it at the moment. I think it's probably a mental health thing, but I can't focus on a book and read it. So maybe when things clear up a bit, look a bit sort of brighter in my brain, then I'll be back to that. But just anything that you like doing that is separate from the hobby where you feel burnt out is a good thing, because becoming happier and more focused in other ways, I really find helps me to go back to that thing that I feel burnt out with. And are you the same? Is that a thing that you find as well? Do you think it's madness that I'm burnt out with designing? I definitely am going to make a big granny square pile. I'm not going to decide what to do with them. I'm not going to make any plans whatsoever, otherwise it will just turn into a design and then just overwhelm me again. So I'm just going to make a huge pile of granny squares in some of the beautiful yarn colours that I've got sitting on my shelf, because I can make granny squares of several varieties without engaging my brain at all. And I think that'd be relaxing. I've also got a corner to corner project that I've been working on and off, that I'm making like king size bed size. So I'm not going to make any new designs. I can't tell you how long I'm not going to make any new designs for, and I'm so sorry, because it's so much fun putting them up for you, but I need to get back into the headspace where it's passionate and exciting to make new designs for you, rather than feeling like an additional pressure when I'm already under a lot of pressure. So I don't want to dive more into boring ins and outs of other things for you. I'm fine, everyone's fine, it's all fine, don't worry. But I just wanted to explain to you why you might not see some new designs. You'll see a few more come onto the website, because I've got them written up in my notepad. So I'll put them onto the computer for you, and I've got photos and everything. They're nearly ready to go. But they hadn't been put up for a while because of the exciting news, which is Lucy Kate Crochet website has had a complete facelift. So I think it was 2015 when my mum and I made the original Lucy Kate Crochet website, and it was lovely at the time, and she did a beautiful design job, but it's dated, things have moved on a lot. It now has a completely different face. I think it's so much more user-friendly now. Please go and check it out, have a look, tell me what you think. Tell me if you spot any mistakes or anything that we've done that's a bit wrong as well. But yeah, go and check it out, tell me what you think. That's my exciting crochet news, but just I might dip out of the design for a bit. If you're anything like me, the way that I've always found that I refocus is to throw my focus into other stuff that excites me, and one day maybe even stuff that relaxes me. Who knows? Anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you ever get burnt out? What do you do when you're burnt out? In general, or with crochet? Let's chat in the comments section, and I'll see you there.